What's going on, family? A few of you guys will pop up live here in just a few minutes. If you're watching on the replay, chat for just a few minutes, and I'm gonna get started in just a few minutes. Waiting for this train to get out the way right now, man. Just getting finished up for the night. What's going on, family? Who's ever here? What's going on? I was just on earlier this morning at 1:30, 1:45, somewhere around there. I want to see if anybody will hop on that was on with me this morning at 1:45. Everybody probably at work right now. Right now it's 9 o'clock. It's 9:05 a.m. in the morning where I am. And I'm just finishing up my day. I work at night, but I'm just finishing up my day. And I'm waiting on the train to go by. That's what y'all looking at right here. Look like they go to the end of the train right there. As soon as the train go by, go up in here, dump this load. And that's gonna be it for my night. So I gotta pull through here. Y'all just bear with me for just a few seconds, and I'll hop on and chat with y'all. I'm gonna flip the camera around here so y'all can see what's going on. So just bear with me. Come on, boss. Come on, baby. Just bear with me, family. Checking in here to drop off my load. Y'all gonna see what the check-in process is like. And then I'm gonna chat with y'all for just for a few minutes. Just getting off for the night. It's 9 o'clock in the morning right now. So I got a few minutes to chat with y'all, alright? So again, if you're watching this on the replay, just bear with me for a few minutes. I'm checking in here. I gotta weigh in. Then I gotta back in on the tipper. That's gonna take me about 5 minutes. Then I'm gonna flip the camera around and chat with y'all for a few minutes, alright? Make sure you say hi if you hear though. Make sure you drop in the chat. I got the camera screen flipped around right now, as you can see. So I can't see the screen. But like I said, just give me a few minutes. And make sure you drop in and say what's up. So when I flip the camera around, I can check out the chat. And see a few of y'all's comments. You'll get to see right now how heavy I am too. I'm not too heavy right now though. I don't know if y'all can see that or not, but I'm at 78.5. That's what I'm weighing at right now. So I had to hop in just now and scan in, which here everything is automated. So scanning in is really just like scanning, like checking out at the Walmart. Scan your ticket under the thing and it give you a receipt, a check-in receipt basically. So I had to scale in just now, and then after I dump here in just a few minutes, I'm gonna have to scale out as well. So again, just bear with me a few minutes and I'll be able to chat with y'all. But But again, if you're checking me out, if you're here, make sure you say what up. Make sure you hit me in the chat. So when I flip this screen around in a few minutes, I can see you. I can see that you're here. If you was here this morning when I got on at 1:30 or 1:45, let me know. Let me know if any of y'all that's on now, it might be on now, was on here at 1:45 this morning. Let me know in the chat. I told y'all I'll be back at 9. It's 9 right now. It's actually about 9:12 right now. I'm on East Coast time. It's 9:11 to be exact. So if it wasn't for that train, I would be pulling up in here at 9 o'clock exactly when I said I was going to be back. See that yellow platform up over there? That's the tipper. I got to back up on there. So again, just bear with this for 4 minutes. And I can flip this camera around. We can chat for a little bit. Alright, so I got to hop out real quick, pull the tarp back on my load. Give me 45 seconds. Let me hop out, pull this tarp back, and I'm going to back up on this tipper. 30 seconds, family. Maybe 45. Alright, I'm back, family. I had to pull my tarp back on my load real quick. Alright, so just bear with me. I gotta back up on this tipper real quick. Go. There we go, family. Oh shit, man. Got a little situation here. Oh, can't work with that. Alright, we good. Cut truck off. Make sure brakes is set and all that good stuff. Make sure I got all my PPE on. Grab this phone out. I'm right here, family. I'm right here, family. Hang on one sec. Boom. Go back in, open this trailer up real quick. Walking to the back of the platform now. Unlatch my trailer. Be brighten my screen up some so I can see it. There we go. There we go. Got all my stuff here. Just double checking, family, making sure we good before I go up on this tipper. And there we go. We on here. They got another truck right here behind me, about to back up on that tipper. That's the dump for pine. He got pine, so he backing up on that dump. I got hardwood. I'm backing up on this dump. This guy right here is waiting for me. He got hardwood. He gonna back up on this dump. And we just now started going up. So now you can see the tipper is going up. But this is what I love about working at nighttime, man. I'm done. It's 9 o'clock. I'm getting done with my day right now. The DOT, traffic just starting to come out. And I'm just about to go in. Gotta love it like this. And again, I came on at like 1:45 this morning. And I said I was gonna be done at 9. And I'm done exactly at 9. So I love about what I do and how I do it. My day is very predictable. I know exactly where I'm going every day. Know exactly how many miles it's gonna take, all of that good stuff. So let me see. Let me flip to the chat here and see who said what up. That's Chuck over there. That's Charles. I'm gonna mess with him when he get out his truck in a few minutes. Alan Spears says good morning. Straight Up Facts says what's up, family? On the road to getting my CDL. That's what's up, Straight Up Facts. Emery Iroglu, new subscriber here. Keep up the good work. Appreciate you, Emery. Annette Gifford, are you over the road or regional? Neither, Annette. I am intra-state. I don't see the need to go outside of the state that I live in, of Virginia. So, you know, I do about 450 miles a day and I come home every day. I work 10, 11, 12 hours a day, then I come home every day. That's what I do, Annette. I don't think I could ever do OTR or regional. Straight Up Facts says I'm also a new subscriber. Appreciate you, Straight Up Facts. Appreciate you guys for subscribing to the channel. Emery Irogulu, Straight Up Facts. Good luck to you. See trucks all the way up in the air right now. I'm gonna go over there in a minute to the side and show y'all how high, you know, what it looked like when it's up in the air. Goddess Mac. Hey, Goddess Mac. Chief Crazy. I'm new to the channel. Do you work for a company or own your own truck? I own my own truck, Chief. Chief says I'm new. Chris Ward, what's going on, big homie? That's my homie Chris Ward right there, man. You out rolling this morning, Chris? You out rolling this morning, man, or you at the crib? I'm assuming you out rolling, man. Jason Smith, I just finished my back into Love's. Plenty of parking right now. Yeah, I bet it is. Everybody clearing out right now. If I was doing what y'all doing, or like y'all doing it, I would be running just like I'm running right now. I'd be running at night. And then right now, when the Loves and the parking lots, all that stuff clear out, that's when I'd be looking to park. I like running at night, man. No traffic, no DOT. Scott M says, good morning, sir. Good morning, Scott M. Chief Crazy says, big up to owning your truck. 100%, man. I don't really know no other way to do life, man, other than being self-employed and working for yourself. 100%. The Notorious Milkman says, salute from Puerto Rico. Oh, here, let me flip this around real quick. Hang on one sec. The Notorious Milkman says, salute from Puerto Rico. What's going on? Puerto Rico in the house. Goddess Mac, own your own. That's sweet. 100%. 100%. I just bought my own truck 6 months ago. But I mean, I was self-employed as a truck driver even before then. So that's I've been self-employed my whole adult life. I really don't know no other way to do it. I like to say I have compliance issues. I have a hard time working for other people. I really do. Chris Ward says, always rolling. There you go. Straight Up Facts. Thoughts on the new ELD test being added in February 2022. I made a little video on that, actually, where I gave some of my thoughts on that. I think it might make it a little bit more difficult to get your CDL. I think it might make the process of getting your CDL a little bit more cumbersome. You know what I mean? Because it's going to be more hurdles for people to jump through. I think it's going to exacerbate the driver shortage because people have more hurdles to jump through to get their CDL. But I mean, I still think, you know, people will still be coming into the industry and getting their CDL. You know what I mean? I've heard people say it's going to get more expensive. Not 100% sure if it's going to get more expensive. It makes sense that it would. If the DMV has to do things that they normally wouldn't be doing and they got to charge for that stuff, then yeah, it might be a little bit more expensive to get your CDL as well. So I don't think it'd be a huge thing though. I walked over here to the side of the tipper so you guys can see. That's how high the truck is in the air. And if you look at the back of the trailer, it's in the hopper. And again, it's dropping all the stuff out. Now it's starting to come down right now, actually. Now it's starting to come down. Let me mess with Chuck. Chuck, what's going on? Chuck on the phone. Chuck saying he ain't messing with me. What's going on with you, man? Chuck say he ain't messing with me. Chuck told me one day, he said, man, this place that I'm about to see, he wanted me to go to a place one day to help him out. He said, this place that you're about to go to, don't put it on YouTube. I'm like, how the hell do you even know I got a YouTube channel, man? Watching my damn YouTube channel. I put my content on YouTube for y'all, not for people that's around here to see, man. It's weird. I feel like people watching me sometimes. Chris Ward, the helpful trucker, is the man. John Stevens, I have a question. What's up, John? Go ahead, post it. My truck coming down off the tipper. I got to get ready both out here. Pamela McGee, good morning again. Just woke up. Everyone stay safe. But yeah, man. You know, I was telling you, I want to update y'all on something real quick before I hop off here. You know, I was telling y'all I had that issue with the truck leaning, right? With something going on with my rear axle. I haven't gotten that straight yet, but again, this is one of the things I like about working at night. I got plenty of time, right? Like right now I'm done with my work for the day, and I'm going to drop the truck off at the shop. I'm going to take the truck to the shop right now. You know, working during the daytime, you can imagine if you need to get work done in your truck, it might be a little bit difficult to get it to the shop and still get your work done. But because of the way I work, because I work at night, I don't have to work at night. I could work in the daytime if I wanted to, but I prefer to work at night. Like I said, less traffic and less DOT. But another benefit to that is I need to get my truck to the shop. Ain't no problem really. Not a problem really at all. That's gonna come loose. I'll fix it when I get out of here. Read this comment. Straight Up Fact says, do you think I can get my permit and full CDL before February? Definitely. It'll take you 30 days if you go into a CDL school full time, a school. It'll take you 60 days if you go in part time. So yeah, I don't see no reason why you can't. If you're in a state where you don't have to go to school and you got a way to get around that, like you got access to a truck to test on and all that stuff, and it's just a matter of knowing what you need to pass the test. You know, going and passing your written test to get your permit, and then you gotta, you know, get back into the DMV to take your driving test, and you gotta hold your permit, I believe, for at least 14 days, at least in the state of Virginia. So what I'm saying is, yeah, I mean, if you're not going through school, if you just going on your own, yeah, you can have your CDL in less than 3 days. So I don't see no reason why you couldn't get it before February. Straight up facts. I gotta scale out here. I'm gonna flip this around, let y'all see. Give me 2 minutes. Give me 2 minutes. Let me scale out real quick. before I hop back on. I still got a few more minutes, but I'm leaving out of here right there. Let me get back across this railroad track before the train come back across here and hold me up in this place. 30 seconds, family. We just bend this corner right here. There's somewhere I can pull up at right here on the side. Finish chatting with y'all for a few minutes. There we go. I'm back. Let me get this PPE off real quick. Damn, I forgot what I was saying. Let me get my boots off too. I'm with all this stuff normal. See what I got here in the chat. I'll see if I can remember what I was gonna say in a little bit. What I was saying something. Somebody remind me what I was saying. I forgot what I was saying. John Stevens says, should someone work for a company that's asking to lie to a police officer by giving hours illegally? That's up to you, man. That's up to you, John. Quiet is kept. Not really quiet is kept, but one of the, you know what I mean, the things, there's like a lot of people, a lot of companies do illegal stuff out here on the road, you know, and some drivers don't mind. You know, some drivers is like, all right, you know, if I can do that to get this money, then I'll do it. And other drivers ain't with it. So it's a personal thing, man. I can't necessarily say whether you should. You definitely need to be, you know, you would want to be leery of that. I mean, I would suggest it, but you know, it's a lot of companies out here that do it. You know, ain't anybody really gonna come on YouTube and admit that to you, obviously, though. But there's a lot of people out here bending the rules and breaking the rules, man. Definitely. Chris Ward got my hoodie on this morning. It was chilly. Chris Ward got one of the hoodies that I advertise below my videos. You guys, I don't know if you've seen it or not. Chris Ward said he didn't know, but you know, I do have merch below my videos, so feel free to go below any of my videos and you can see all of the hoodies and t-shirts and stuff that I got down there. And Chris Ward said he got his hoodie on this morning that he grabbed up from my channel. Straight up facts of the full CDL test after permit is just the road test. After you get your permit, straight up facts, you know, the road test consists of backing, air brake test, pre-trip, and road test. Yeah, backing, air brake test, pre-trip, and road test. That's really all considered the road test. And they're not gonna take you out of the road unless they know that you can back the truck up, right? So that's a part of the road test. And then also the air brake test. To, you know, for them to take you out on the road, then you need to know how to check the air pressure on the system and make sure the truck is building up air and holding air like it should. So that's also a part of it, and also a part of the road test. Every time before you get on the road with your truck, you definitely need to do a pre-trip. So yeah, all of those are different parts of. That's all considered the road test. At least it is here in Virginia. So yeah, you go and you take your written test, you get your permit, and then when you go back to the DMV, it's been 5 years since I did it, so they may be doing it a little bit different now, but essentially when I went back to the DMV and I went to take my road test, I took all 4 of those sections that I just laid out to you all in one session, all in one day, basically. All right. Chris Ward says CDL school. I forgot what I was saying about. Well, anyway, Chris Ward, I appreciate you for trying to remind me, man. Straight up fact says, hello, who was signed to rapper Pimp C? What? He's-a-lo, who was signed to rapper Pimp C, inspired me to get CDL. John Stevens says, good things. Anyway, though, man, but yeah, you know, right now I'm about to go drop my truck off at the shop, get it worked on. It's gonna be at the shop all day. Today, my day will consist of the today my day will. I'm gonna go home after that. I'm gonna knock out probably till about 5 or 6 or 7. Like I said, I work at night, and then after that, I'll make my way back over to the shop at some point to pick up my truck, and then after that, I'll be hopping back in the truck tonight at about 10 o'clock. My wife and my children will be getting home probably around 5 or 6 o'clock. So when I wake up, I have a little bit of time to play with them, to eat dinner and stuff like that, and then I'll be heading back out tonight at about 9 or 10 o'clock, and then I'll be getting off tomorrow morning about the same time. I love working at nighttime, right? Fat Daddy says I need a good local shop. I'm in VA too. Yeah, I mess with the place over in Charles City, KST. That's who I mess with, man. Same place that my pop was messing with when he drove a truck all the years that he was driving. Same place he used to send me to all of the time when I was a driver for him. That's the same place that I go to right now. Straight Up Fact says how to survive as a company driver. Bro, I drove for my dad. That's the closest thing that I ever did to being a company driver. I did it for 5 years, and I did it really until I couldn't do it anymore. I can't, I don't know if I could survive as a regular company driver. I'm sure I could adapt, but I mean, I would say be in position to get your own. And I know that's not the advice for everybody, because everybody don't want to own their own truck. You don't have to own your own truck. I see your question, Albert. I'm gonna answer that in 1 second. Everybody don't have to own their own truck, but I would say, be prepared to work and to run as a company driver to make money. Overall, generally speaking, you're gonna have to put in some miles. Just generally speaking, don't know what you plan on doing, local or OTR, but whatever you're doing as a company driver, you're gonna be working to make your money. Figure out what you got to do. I guess here's a good piece of advice. I would say that at every company, you got people that are making money or making a little bit more money, and people that are making a little bit less money. As much as you can do, try to observe the people that are making the money, making most of the money. Running like you want to run, being home like you want to be home, running the places that you want to, observe as much as you can what they're doing, how they're doing things, and do your best to work your way into that. You know what I mean? Like you can go to a company and be a slacker and you're not gonna make money, or you can go to a company and you can be one of the ones that's on it. Never been a company driver other than working for my dad, but in owning and being in this truck, and this truck being on different jobs, I kind of got a feel for what I just shared with you in switching jobs with having this truck right here, even though we're on the independent side. So when I first got over here hauling these wood chips, the runs wasn't that great at first. I had to kind of figure out which runs was the best for me. You know what I'm saying? And and then I kind of worked my way into doing that. That's the best thing that I can tell you, man, as a company driver. Take after the people take after the cream of the crop. Don't go in and start talking and hanging out and that's your buddy, but ain't neither one of y'all making money. Like, and everywhere you go, you can latch on to a group. And I'm just always been the type of person that wherever you put me at, I'm gonna try to latch on to the people that's doing it big, instead of getting around the people that's the cool people, but ain't nobody really making no money. You know what I mean? So it's I think that's one of the best things I can probably tell you as how to survive as a company driver. Fat Daddy says appreciate it. Straight Up Fact says I was planning this whole. Let me go back and read this the other way. Pamela McGee says sleep and work 100%. And I got family. You know what I mean? I got family. So I actually think that, sometimes that doing work like I do, intrastate and getting home every day, sometimes I think it's a little bit more difficult than OTR or regional. Because like we all working 10, 11, 12 hours a day. But when a OTR or regional guy is not driving, if he's out on the road, he don't really have nothing to do. When I'm not driving, I'm at home and I got family, I got other stuff to do, wash the pickup truck, clean up the house, take stuff places, fix the truck, drop it off at the shop, and I got other stuff to do. So sometimes I wonder, I'm like, man, I think maybe OTR and regional guys in a certain sense have it a little bit easier than I do. I still wouldn't do it though. Albert Soto says, why was the trailer leaning? The mechanic, Albert, is saying that I need to, they messed with the fifth wheel, and they came up, they we can tell that the fifth wheel needs bushings. I'm convinced that even though the fifth wheel may need bushings, that's not what's causing the right side of that truck to be dropped down, my passenger side to be dropped down like that. But they're all saying at the shop, they're like, look, you need to get that done first. And they also run containers at that shop as well. Containers are normally heavy, and containers are normally loaded more evenly and more stable than these wood chips when we load. And a couple of them was telling me, they're like, man, if we've had those bushings that go out on the fifth wheel, we've had them go out on our trucks before that pull containers with a stable load, and we've seen them make the truck lean to the side like that with a stable load. So they're like, with your load, most of the time probably being unstable, they are still saying that, they like, it might not be that, but they definitely like, you need to start with that. The bushings was only $62 to buy. So I'm gonna take the truck by the shop today, drop it off, or let them fix the bushings while I'm waiting there. And then what I'm planning on happening is, after they fix the bushings, I'm going to back up under a trailer and put it under some weight, and it's still going to be leaning. Then I'm going to go back to them and be like, look, man, like I told you, I don't, that they might need it to be fixed, but that's not going to fix, I don't think that's going to fix the issue. I personally, Albert, think that the problem is either in that leaf spring on that rear passenger axle. I think it's a weak leaf spring, or it might be in the airbag. I think it's one of those two issues. I think that's what I'm gonna find out. So, but I'm still working on it right now. I was showing you guys on that video the other day how the trailer dug into my new tire, but I didn't make something clear. Because I'm still running the truck right now, but it ain't like I'm driving around right now with the trailer still digging into the tire. The trailer dug into the tire when I went around a curve to the left, and when it went around a curve to the left, I hit a bump, and that's why I heard it in the truck. It said, and I'm like, what the hell is that? Then I pulled over and noticed that it took some skin off of the tire. This problem with it leaning like it is not a new issue, though. I discovered it a few weeks ago, but I haven't been able to figure out what it is yet, and I was just able to get it to the shop to have them look at it yesterday. I just got those new tires on there Friday last week, and Monday, right before I recorded that video, that was the first day, that was the first load that I ran with this new rubber on the truck. So what I'm saying is, the trailer was leaning last week, the axle was sagging a little bit last week, but I think the reason why it never bottomed out going around a curve was just because the tires didn't have as much rubber on them as these new tires got on it. So it's not a new issue or anything. I just been making sure I take my time going around curves to the left, and I haven't had any other problems with it bottoming out since that day, because I've been taking that precaution. But it's not like I'm gonna keep on driving and not get it fixed. That's not smart. But on the same note, I don't want to shut my truck down, and I could still be running, right? So just take my time, and they've been bottoming out, and I'm taking it over to the shop today to take the next step with it, right? No, I took a long time with that, but I wanted to explain that. Straight up fact says, aren't new trucks very, very expensive? Damn right, they're very expensive. That's why I got a 07. Chris Ward, have a good day, bro. Call me later. We're gonna talk, Chris, 100%. Straight up facts. I was planning to stay local. Got you. I forgot what you were following up to, straight up facts. I'll be honest with you. You're following up to a comment that you made earlier, but I've been talking so long, I forgot what you said earlier. Fat Daddy says, appreciate it. Pamela McGee says, used to be hard to get good loads for blacks and Hispanics. He trained you well. Thank you, Dad. Nah, I don't see it that way, Pamela. I'm not sure of your nationality. I don't have as much experience as a lot of you older truckers, or truckers that have been trucking for a while. I'll say it that way. I've been driving the truck for 5 years. I've owned my own truck for 6 months. So you may have a point with that, but I don't have anything to compare that to, right? Straight up facts says, what's your favorite endorsement? I don't have a favorite endorsement. You know, that's another thing that's not really relevant in my world. You know, I would say a good place to start would be just Google what is the endorsement that could allow you to make the most money. I would think it would probably be hazmat. That's just a guess, though. That's just a guess. But you know, I got a basic CDL-A. I don't have any endorsements. It's not required for what I do for the world that I operate in. But I would say, yeah, start there, man. Google, you know, what is the endorsement, the CDL endorsement that will allow me to make the most money, to earn the most pay, and see what, you know, see what's online, see what Google says about that. Pamela McGee, the axle maybe could be springs, the trailer sounds the problem. No, the trailer's not the problem, Pamela, because I've actually had 2 different trailers behind this truck, and I've seen the same problem exist in both trailers. So, yeah, it's not the trailer. EBA says, new subscriber. I start my CDL classes on November 22nd here from North Carolina. Very excited. Hope it's not as hard as I think. EBA, it's going to be just as hard as you think. Don't worry about it, man. It's not impossible. It's hard, but it's not impossible. But everything new is hard. You know what I'm saying? To a child, learning to tie your shoes is hard. But it's all relative. Keep that in mind, EBA. Everything is relative. Meaning, like what I just now said, to a child, tying your shoes, learning to tie your shoes is hard. To somebody that's been doing it for a while, it's second nature. Trucking is the same way. To somebody that ain't never rode a bike, I can remember my daughter actually was like, you know, used to say all the time, riding a bike, learning to ride a bike is hard. It ain't hard to her no more. So repetition is your friend. Repetition is your friend, and you're gonna get repetition, EBA, through longevity and through wheel time, right? So, you know, wherever it's not really important where you start. It's just important that you start and that you immerse yourself in it. That to me is whatever you're gonna do. Learning how to speak a new language is hard, but somebody that, you know, was raised speaking that language, to them it's second nature. So if you want to learn a second language, you can dabble with it, or you can immerse yourself in it. Immersion means like I'm doing it all the time, and trucking is kind of the same way. People ask questions all the time, like, I need some back. I saw a guy post on Facebook the other week. He's like, I'm frustrated with trucking because 2 weeks in, I can't get down pat how to back the truck up. It's like, bro, you got to be willing to immerse yourself and repeat it, and it'll come. Muscle memory. So EVA, it's going to be just as hard as you think it is, but it's not impossible. You can do it. Others have done it, and everybody out here walking with 2 legs and got 2 arms. Everybody put their pants leg on 1 leg at a time. You know what I mean? Men, women, people from other nations, people from other countries. Everybody's doing it. You know what I mean? Everybody got to do the same thing. So it's not like you got to do something that other people don't have to do. Other people are doing it. You can do it as well. Keep that thought with you, man. You know what I mean? You can do it, right? And I hope EBA is a man. I refer to you, man. I'm sorry. If you're a woman, I apologize. The Chris Ward, EBA, I'm from NC. Practice pre-trip a lot. The rest is pretty simple. Practice what? Practice everything a lot. Chris Ward, you know, to somebody that's been doing it, it's simple. To people that don't know how to back up the truck, it's hard. To people that don't know how to shift the truck, it's hard. But you can't get frustrated with it. That is the learning curve. I've talked about that several times on my channel. There's a massive learning curve in trucking. Don't wish that it was easier. Wish that you were better. I didn't make that up. Jim Rohn said that. Don't wish that it was easier. Wish that you were better. That's a habit. That's a way of thinking. Don't ever look at anything and wish that it was easier. Just pray that you can get better. Emery Hirogulu at EBA, which CDL school are you attending? I'm reaching out from Fort Bragg. Straight up facts. Says my state doesn't require CDL school. Your state don't require CDL school, straight up facts, then it's just a matter of you going to the DMV, taking your written test, passing your test, getting your permit. And in Virginia, you got to hold your permit for at least 14 days. And I would think that you got to have some time behind the wheel as well. So whatever that is in your state, you know, if you got access to a truck, make sure you're documenting the hours that you get behind the wheel in between getting your learner's permit and in between getting back to the DMV to take your road test and be prepared to pass your pre-trip, your air brake test, your backup test, and your road test. And all of those videos for all of those different things are on my channel, right? I've actually made videos on all of those on all of those subjects. I got almost 200 videos on my channel, family, on all different kinds of subjects. You can look through my channel, but it's kind of hard to look through 200 videos. So you can just search in Google or in YouTube, The Helpful Trucker Pre-Trip Test, The Helpful Trucker, How to Pass the Road Test, The Helpful Trucker, How to Pass the Air Brake Test, The Helpful Trucker, How to Pass the Backup Test, The Helpful Trucker, How to Get a Local CDL Job, The Helpful Trucker, How to Get Started on Wood Chips, The Helpful Trucker, How to Get Your Own Truck. Whatever subject you're looking for, type in The Helpful Trucker in that subject, and if I got a video on it, it'll pop up right on YouTube. That's the best way to search for my and go through my content, because I got a lot of videos on YouTube. Pamela McGee says, okay. EBA says, thanks, Chris. Appreciate you being here, Chris Ward. You're a big asset to the channel, bro. Here the fact is how to practice driving without going to CDL school, without knowing anyone that has a truck. You're going to have to rent one and hire somebody or get somebody with a CDL to ride in the passenger seat with you. That's the only other way. That's the only other way. Rent a truck, you pay for it, find somewhere, you know what I mean, and you're going to have to get somebody else to put it in their name, but you are a licensed as a permit holder. You can legally drive the truck as long as you got a licensed driver in the truck with you, just like having a regular driver's license. So you got to get somebody else to sign to rent you a truck, and y'all go out. You log the hours in that you're going, that you're driving, and you can drive around and practice that way. Other than that, there's no way to be able to do it. It's highly unlikely that you're not going to ever have any practice behind the wheel in between getting your permit and going back to take your road test, and you're going to pass the road test. That's just highly improbable, right? So hopefully that's the only other option I can think about if you don't have access to somebody with a truck. EBA says, thanks a lot, I appreciate that, stay safe, 100%. EBA, yes, I'm a man, LOL. All right. Chris Ward, Trans Tech in Newton are a great group of people. EBA at Emory Iroglu, Trans Tech. I think he's answering a question. They're answering a question. 2011 NBA champs. What study guide did you take past the written test with? CDL prep test with Jeffrey Diaz. It's in my Android Play Store. You can type in the help on YouTube, The Helpful Trucker, how to get your CDL permit, and I got a video on that. It'll come up, you can check it out, and I talk about the app that I use to help me pass the CDL permit test, which was CDL Prep. It's a bunch of them in your Play Store. It was the one by Jeffrey Diaz. Oops, I gotcha. I'm currently in CDL school now. I've gotten the pre-trip test. Now I have to focus on the air brake test. Type in The Helpful Trucker on YouTube. Type in The Helpful Trucker air brake test. I got a video on it already. It's Virginia specific, but I got a video on it already. Fat Daddy, I need help passing the hazmat test. If you're talking about the written hazmat test, the app CDL Prep by Jeffrey Diaz has every endorsement, the test for every endorsement that you would need to take on that app. Most of them do, but that's the one that I recommend. You can play around with the hazmat test on that app until you can pass it. But I never did the hazmat. I never went that route. Fat Daddy. Pamela McGee, I know so well. Driving 18 wheels is hard. Some loading docks. Woo. Yep, 100%. Michael Stallworth, pre-trip is very important because it takes you studying the past, brain power with pre-trip. The rest is hands-on training. 100%. Straight up facts. Straight up facts. I can't rent out a truck with a permit. I'm not sure if you can rent out a truck with a permit in your own name. You can rent out a truck with, like, you can get somebody, you may be able to if you can. You probably can. You probably can. It doesn't make sense that a place would rent out a truck to somebody that just has a permit. So you're probably going to need to get somebody that actually has a CDL to rent the truck in their name. And then, like I said, you can drive the truck after that when you got your permit, right? Don't quote me on that, but that would make sense, and that's how that works. J. Sal, is it a bad idea to get into trucking if you have stomach restroom problems? No, just get you one of those portable toilet stools in your truck. Get you like one of them 5-gallon buckets. Get you a toilet seat and some trash bags and some kitty litter. And when you got to use the bathroom, you know what I mean? If that's how your body works, then that's what you use. When you're done, throw the bag out and load a new one up in there. And if you don't like that solution, Google portable bathrooms for truckers, or bathrooms for trucks, for semi-trucks. Google that and see what comes up. It might be some other options out there, J Sal. But I would assume that that's a problem that some product creator has already solved, right? Roller girl, pass the written, then pay the school for the driving classes. That's an option. Pass the written test, and then pay the school for your driving classes, and that'll get you access to the truck as well. Chief 3XL, Transtech, Greensboro. A lot of people talking about Transtech up in here. Michael Stallworth, CDL Prep Test 2021. It's free in app stores. There you go. With Chris Ward, you can also do practice tests on the DMV website, 100%. Chris is in North Carolina, I believe, but I think it's the same way in Virginia. You can take practice tests directly on the DMV website, okay? EBA, Chief 3XL, that's the one I'm attending. Albert Solo, EBA, I live in Greensboro as well. Chris Ward, I live in Lexington, LOL. All right, family, I got to get home. Drop this truck off. It's 10 o'clock right now. And I appreciate y'all for coming on, man, and hanging out with me for a little bit. I'll do my best to drop a video again when I go back out tonight. That's it for this video. This is the Helpful Trucker. Gotta love working at night. I'm about to go home and lay back right now. Got the house to myself for the rest of the day. And I can snooze after I drop this truck off in the shop until about 6, 7 o'clock tonight. Chris Ward, if you still here, I'll hit you later on tonight, big homie. Hopefully we still out rolling and we can chat later on tonight, bro. Hold it down, family. See y'all later.